Global Positioning System. Prepared by Team 5-Orbit.
Okay students, today we are going to learn about GPS. Does anyone know what it is?
My mom uses a navigation system in her car.
Yes, but there is more to it. Here are a few short videos for you to watch. These videos will help you understand a little bit about GPS. There will be a test afterwards.
GPS history.
Hey, did you hear about this GPS thing everyone's been talking about?
Yes, I have actually. I can tell you all about it. I'll start with the history.
Oh joy. Can you just say the most recent history?
Sure. The US Navy laid the groundwork through the use of artificial satellites. The first 2D position finder was named Transit. The next updated version was named Timation.
And then GPS?
Correct. You catch on quick. The Navy and Air Force began developing GPS by studying radio signal transmission through satellites. The Air Force was also working on a system which used longitudinal and latitudinal data to calculate position. This was named System 621B.
I feel like I'm going to be quizzed on this.
Ha ha, very funny. Anyway, in 1993 the Air Force launched its 24th satellite into space, thus completing the network of satellites for the Global Positioning System.
How come normal people can use them now?
Once the Department of Defense had successfully implemented GPS, it soon infiltrated the civilian world. Did you fall asleep?
What is this GPS technology?
Our troops are lost in the jungle, please help us.
Let's take a look at my GPS.
What is this GPS technology?
GPS is a satellite-based navigation system, used to locate objects around the Earth. It works under any weather conditions. We can use my GPS to locate your troops.
I don't get it. What is this satellite navigation system?
Let me explain in detail.
A GPS system uses satellite signals to calculate precise locations. GPS architecture is made up of 3 segments. The space segment consists of a constellation of 24 satellites located 10,000 nautical miles from the surface of the Earth in 6 orbits. Each satellite takes 12 hours to orbit the Earth, and it is constantly sending its present location and the precise time of every transmission. The control segment consists of ground control stations located worldwide that continuously monitor the status of satellites. The control segment was developed to support all the activities that are necessary to support the satellites. The user segment consists of a unique electronic device called GPS receiver. GPS provides specially coded signals that are processed by a GPS receiver to compute accurate location.
That is great. Can we go get my friends?
How does GPS work?
What's wrong, James? Why are you crying?
I have a test tomorrow about GPS. I don't know how it works. If I do not pass my test, I am going to fail my class.
Oh. Do not worry, James. I know everything about GPS.
Really? Can you help me study?
Of course. It will cost you lunch, but I can help you. GPS implements a time difference of arrival concept using precise satellites' locations and onboard atomic clocks to produce navigation data that is being constantly broadcast by the satellites.
I have no idea what that means.
You're funny. Basically, GPS uses a triangulation method, which means that it measures how long it takes for the satellite signal to reach the GPS receiver. Based on the position of the 3 different satellites and some geometry calculations, a GPS receiver can compute precise locations.
That is less confusing, I guess.
I can understand why you were crying before.
The future of GPS.
Have you seen buttons?
No, I have not seen buttons today.
Has anyone seen buttons? I haven't seen him all day.
I have not seen him since this morning.
Buttons. We lost Buttons.
It is okay. Buttons has a GPS chip implanted that allows us to track him if he is lost. Buttons. We finally found you. Thank God for GPS technology.
Yay. We found buttons.
GPS is no longer used as a navigational tool like it was used before. Today we use a GPS for retrieval.
GPS chips are implanted in pets and animals to help us track and find them. They can also be implanted into items like watches and wristbands to find children.
GPS was primarily used for navigation. It was used as a navigational tool in cars and cell phones.
Why did it become a retrieval tool?
It became a retrieval tool because we no longer need GPS satellites to navigate. We use a different source of technology for navigation. Since we no longer use GPS for navigation, it has expanded the market to retrieval items only. GPS can now be implanted in almost anything. If it is lost or stolen, GPS will be able to find it.
GPS tracking is also used as a theft prevention tool. We can track vehicles and other items that can be stolen to try and find where they are located.
GPS has now become a very common part of our society. We use it in ways that help benefit us more than ever before.
Who uses GPS?
Excuse me, can you tell me who uses GPS?
Of course. Follow me and I'll explain. Global Positioning System, or GPS as most know it, is used not only by the common man, but also a slew of different industries.
Like car companies and stuff.
Amongst others. GPS can be found in cell phones as well as cars to find destinations and even people. Other industries that use GPS include aeronautics, military, healthcare, transportation, construction, emergency response, computer, agriculture, law enforcement, telecommunication.
Okay. Stop. I get it. That's a lot.
Just about every industry makes use of GPS in some way. It is used for tracking things like mileage and shipments. Navigation is a very common use. It is also used for safety.
Great, thanks for the info.
The issues surrounding GPS.
On tonight's news, cell phones are being little trackers.
The phone company, as we all know, keep track of your incoming and outgoing calls and texts. Cell phone companies also keep track of your location by constantly registering with the tower with the strongest signal.
Now that most cell phones have GPS, it has helped out with E911. For those of you who do not know what E911 is, when you call 911, dispatchers can track your location using GPS and get you help faster. Another positive of all this data being collected, criminals are being caught faster. The problem with all this data being collected is this invasion of our privacy.
Those apps that are so popular are doing a little more than what you might think. According to Peter Mass and Megha Rajagopalan, in the New York Times article, "That's no phone. That's my tracker." Quote, thanks to the explosion of GPS technology and smartphone apps, these devices are also taking note of what we buy, where and when we buy it, how much money we have in the bank, whom we text and email, what websites we visit, how and where we travel, what time we go to sleep and wake up, and more. Much of that data is shared with companies that use it to offer us services they think we want. Unquote.
So, we like to know how many of our viewers believe our privacy is being invaded due to GPS.
Okay, I hoped everyone took notes. Here is your 20-question test.
I don't test well.